Like that song, Young, Free and Single.
39-year-old Miranda Taufa and 51-year-old Sharon Bishop are two of New Zealand's biggest women. They were trapped by their big bodies into lives of shame and seclusion, until 3 years ago when they appeared in the documentary Big. They wanted to open up their private lives and show how debilitating obesity can be. Close to 265 kilos, or nearly 42 stone each, Miranda and Sharon struggled to walk even a few steps. Their weight had started to balloon as teenagers when they used food as a comfort.
I could eat about 10 to 15 pies in just the break time. And then lunch times I'd have something like 20 pies, and that's just for lunch. Grace, bring my shoes, bub.
Sharon and Miranda grew so large they could no longer wash, toilet or dress themselves, depending on state-funded caregivers.
Put a jersey on her.
Solo mother Miranda also relied on her 4 daughters, a situation she loathed.
Lift my legs up.
For nearly 10 years, Miranda hadn't slept in a bed.
I have to sort of shift my tummy because of it, you know, being sitting on my legs.
Cooking was impossible as well. Again, she depended on her daughters.
I'm not a big eater, and that's because I've trained myself to wait in the evening to eat. Yeah.
Miranda and Sharon's lives change with a visit to the local pools. Even getting into the water is a challenge, but once they figure out how, they're on a roll. Swimming sets Sharon and Miranda free, and they know it will help them lose weight. But will they be able to keep it up? This is the story of the next 3 years. 2 brave women on a desperate mission to lose weight and reclaim their lives. It's 6 months since that first trip to the pools. Miranda's swimming regularly and is able to walk a little further each week. Today, she sets herself a new goal, getting as far as the letterbox. For the first time in 10 years, her legs and lungs are letting her collect her own mail. It's a new freedom.
I'm looking at really getting on my way, slowly but surely. I took up Weight Watchers for 5 weeks, although I thought the food was quite a lot. But yeah, just trying to change around my eating habits to 3 meals instead of the 1 meal. So actually breaking up my meals to make them smaller to accommodate for the metabolism, because I may have a slow metabolism, not too sure.
Sharon's trying Weight Watchers too, and Xenical. She's feeling good and she wants to look good as well. Hair braid extensions are a part of that.
I've been hiding long enough my body, my ways, long enough, and I'm not going to hide it anymore. I'm rearing, I'm raging. Yeah. I've changed my whole eating. I eat a lot of vegetables I never ate before. I eat fruit before I eat before I eat food too now. The only thing I'm having trouble with now is changing to that funny milk. Oh, I thought it was like breast milk, man. It was horrible. And giving up much of the old Marge. Oh, I'm crazy old Marge. I walk a bit more around in the house than what I did before. My goals now is more weight loss. Oh, I might get a bit sporty too, actually, thinking about it. Oh yeah, but the first one, I want to drive my car. I want to go on a long trip. Driving. Get the wind in my face.
Sharon and Miranda meet at the pools twice a week for a gentle swim. Like all their clothes, the togs are custom made. They stick to the spa pool for now, it's warmer. Eventually, they want to persuade other big people to join them. Swimming's a calorie burner, and in the water, their bodies don't let them down. they can move in ways they couldn't dream of on dry land.
What's this supposed to do?
Just to rest and breathing, to relax.
Both Sharon and Miranda are now far more relaxed about being seen in public. Just as well. Since appearing on TV, they've been swamped with attention. And thankfully, it's all positive.
I don't know what it feels like, but I can just imagine, and it would be really horrible, and I really feel for you guys.
Thank you very much, baby.
Yeah, and keep going, keep battling.
Oh, Dingo, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, mate. When you get people like that, they just can walk up to you and tell you things like that. Makes you more motivated to lose your weight. So, yeah, we really appreciate that kind of positive support.
Hugs might help them walk the walk, but the yards are still hard. Even 50 metres across the park is a big ordeal as they make their way to an interview with the Women's Weekly.
This is a marathon.
You're doing it, girl.
Oh.
Nearly there. 10 more steps, mate.
Oh, that was too long. It killed me. Oh. That looks too far. What if I don't want to go?
You do.
What if I don't?
Refocus. I want to go. Yes! Woo! Yeah, I knew you could do it, girl.
But I wanted to play up.
Yes, I know you
I
wanted
wanted to be naughty. I'm not.
You didn't want to be naughty. Don't get with me and try and be naughty, because you won't be getting naughty.
The Women's Weekly has laid on lunch, but there's no such thing as a free one. The questions are frank.
What do you think of skinny people?
You depressed me when I looked at you. Because you were so skinny. I wouldn't like to be that skinny, though, like your smallness. I think I'd like to be just a nice size. But a goal weight for me would be under 18 stone.
If I can be amongst people smaller than me, I'm very happy because it just encourages me that little much more. And if I do what I'm doing now day by day, I know I'm going to get there. We're going to get there. Alrighty? Alrighty.
To see how far they've come, Sharon and Miranda decide to weigh themselves. Gisborne Hospital's kitchen has the only set of scales in town that can cope with their weight. Hospital dietitian Judy Smith is keeping an eye on their progress.
Right, that's 235.4 kilos.
Yes, thank you.
Miranda's down nearly 30 kilos, almost 5 stone since the first swim. But sitting in a regular-sized chair is still quite tricky. Sharon's also chuffed with her loss of 13 kilos, about 2 stone.
251.8.
Great.
That's wonderful. Absolutely excellent loss by both of them. So that's marvellous.
I did have little wee thoughts about, giving up, but I'm glad I didn't, I was starting to get afraid of that scaling machine. I was, and I was saying, there maybe there's something wrong with the machine. But today that machine is dull.
I love you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
With every kilo shed, they put on self-esteem, and an even bigger buzz is on the way.
So if you just like to hop on there now, what I'll do, I'll just wobble the seat round for you.
Sharon and Miranda are losing weight, but they're still not very mobile. Disability scooters can change that. At $7,500 each, they can't afford to buy them, but even a test drive is an exhilarating taste of what's possible.
See how you go.
Oh, wait, don't come back.
Flushed with newfound freedom, they can't resist taking the scooters for a longer spin.
I suppose you don't need a licence.
We need a licence.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Hey, it must be the electricity from this thing. Gives you a buzz.
Come on. Follow me, girl.
It's like that song, Young, Free and Single.
Wind in my face.
This is awesome, man. Nice and cool. It's in the car, you're all cramped up,
Oh,
eh?
shucks.
There's this one here, you know, not stuck inside like we usually are.
Yeah.
Hello. Good, thanks, lovely.
Great. Come on, Miranda.
Kia ora, mate.
Can't outrun the old scooters, girls.
He can't outrun me.
Woo-hoo. G'day. We're coming up to the warehouse. Ooh.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Is it right?
This is a huge leap forward in independence. Sharon and Miranda haven't been able to shop for themselves in more than a decade.
Wow. Look at what we're missing, eh? Oh, I love beds. Don't have to worry about slicing beds.
Have you seen any nice stretchy clothes for us?
Nothing for you and I, darling, not yet.
Come on then, I'll start at one end and you start at the other end.
Okay then.
Oh, how wonderful. How beautiful. Make me feel like a complete woman. Another gorgeous thing. Bye. $7.99.
Put it right back where it was. Find something that works.
$161.85.
I shouldn't have come on the trolley. I'm glad I don't come in at all.
Now, stay calm, stay calm.
Okay, guys, come on, let's go. Looks like a good day today. Go and sit at the wharf and do a bit of fishing, catch our tea.
9 months on from that first swim, and Miranda's now lost a total of 35 kilos, or nearly 5.5 stone.
Those in the boot.
She's down to 230 kgs and is able to lie in a bed again after 10 years of sleeping in a chair. Even better, she's back in the driver's seat in more ways than one. Now she can be an active mum to 10-year-old Versinier, 9-year-old Carolyn, and 12-year-old Grace.
The first day I just wouldn't stop driving. So I just went wherever I wanted to go, and I didn't stop until late at night, till about 11:30, and that's how awesome it was just to be back behind the wheel. And also I've had the car modified so that I can fit behind the wheel, but in the afternoons I have to be very careful because the stomach swells because of my quite prominent fatty part on the left. So if I'm going to the left in the afternoon, then I usually always make sure I've got someone in the car so they can pull on my pants so that the wheel can move easier and freer. If I didn't have someone, like the stomach would sort of go under the wheel and then the wheel will stick. So everywhere I went, I tried to find a way of getting there to the right. So before I even got in the car, I had to sort of draw a little map to say, right, I'll go right here, right here. You know, it's getting back your own mana, your own ihi, all that kind of thing. That's what I've always strived for in the last 10 years. Got to help out, guys. You know what you've got to bring out. Don't forget the bait too, Grace. Hop the boat. Fishing right. I've come a long way, a heck of a long way. My breathing is much better. I'm more mobile. I can move without having the hassle of sore legs. My knees used to give way easily.
Feeling much better, Miranda's no longer haunted by the fear of dying before her children grow up.
I think I want to see more of life rather than four walls. I prefer to see a bit more of the community, get out there and motivate others that are in the same predicament as me. I've had phone calls just for people wanting help to help themselves to get out because they look at me now as a motivator for themselves. that's where I want to target is just helping those people to come out of their homes, even if it is just but for a little while.
Mum, I got a fish.
We'll pull it in.
I think.
Across town, Sharon's not idle either. She's setting up a support group for big people. It's called Nibbles, short for New Incentives About Being Big.
I'm a firm believer that we must do all we possibly can to have obesity legislated as a disability and life-threatening disease. We had sent our application in for funding, and do you have a deadline, a cut-off time? I want to make a difference.
Unfortunately, Sharon's put on 3 kilos because she hasn't been swimming regularly. But with the help of new caregiver Anne Heedy, she's determined to get back into it.
Who are they? Weight Watchers. Well, I think I'm still in their books. It's me, the one that's been mucking around, not them. But I still go by what Weight Watchers have taught me. Thanks, Ian.
That's all right.
We eat a lot more vegetables and light food. Yeah, it's lovely, crispy. Nice and crispy. You have to wash it before I eat it. I did have a drop in weight foods in a cow. At the same time, it had a bit of a side effect for me. Oh, it actually works fast, that stuff. No, but it works for some people. Some people can put up with that, I can't. Again, I won't knock that. That helped me. It showed me what not to play with. You know what, really, I think my energy is quite good. It's just my hips, it's all worn out. And it has to be replaced. But I'm too big, can't do it. I wouldn't survive it when they knock you out. And also I got that osteoarthritis in my knees. And you know what, and all of that is because I'm fat. You know, I videoed myself having a shower. I did it because I wanted to have a look at myself because I haven't seen myself. I thought, well, this is the most ugliest looking thing I ever seen on the side of the universe. I was really, really blown away. And I didn't know whether to cry, laugh or what. You know, and so I thought, well, if my goal is to be, I don't want to see that again. And I want my body back. I want my life back.
Come on, Miranda. Come and take a seat.
Miranda's anxious to speed up her weight loss and get more mobile. She's come to discuss surgery with hospital physician Ray Vasan. He's a straight talker.
Your weight is really huge, you know, and it's so huge, in fact, that if you stay like this, you're going to develop major problems. And these are problems with your blood pressure, your heart, your joints, and everything else. We've got to do something fairly soon.
I'm very determined, Doctor, to lose my weight.
That's good.
And I think my determination and positivity comes from you too, because you're the first doctor I've found that actually wants to help me to lose the weight. Because I've had so many doctors tell me, you know, zip up your mouth, or, you know, you just need to stop doing this, whereas you've taken an interest.
You're never going to be like Twiggy, but if you came down to 120, still heavy, but okay for you. As long as you've got that in your mind, then we proceed to the different treatments we have. Are you quite comfortable over
I'm
here?
fine,
You
thanks.
sure there's no pressure on your
No,
neck or
that's
anything?
fine.
Okay, I'm just going to have a look at your tummy now. What we would do is reduce your stomach size. Your stomach's like that now, to that size, and put something around it so that each time you eat, you feel full. And the next thing we want to do is sort of refashion you a little bit. Take this bulge off your tummy, and in fact, if you go right around here, Miranda, we've got this here, which is a little asymmetrical, but over here you've got a big bulge as well, haven't you? So if you look at the amount of fat we have to take off, you're probably looking at something like 40 kilos. So you're not carrying dead weight, as it were, because you're now getting an infection in the skin because there's too much fat, there's not enough blood supply. So that is a huge operation. It's not going to be easy. You need to be aware that it is high risk.
Yes.
But, you know, the benefits are major for you.
I mean, if it's going to give me a better lifestyle, then I'm happy for that.
You'll live longer, you'll have less problems with everything. And that's what we want you to do. Your hips will last longer, your heart will last longer, you won't get all these infections or anything else. And you can sing and become a famous television star.
Well, I'm hoping, Doctor, that I last long enough to get the operation.
The smaller Miranda gets, the safer that operation will be. It's a year since Miranda's first swim, and she's shed a total of 38 kilos, nearly 6 stone. At 227 kgs, she takes on what would have been unthinkable a year ago, driving 8 hours from Gisborne to Auckland with daughter Grace.
The journey to Auckland was beautiful. It was like the car was on the wings of an eagle, so I didn't notice the length of the trip. It was really awesome, yeah.
Miranda's here to spend time with her eldest daughter, 15-year-old Christine, who's boarding at Queen Victoria School. She's always avoided visiting her daughter's schools. She'd hate it if her size embarrassed them. But now she's more confident.
Mummy!
Did the teacher come and get you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking good, my baby. Hey? Hey? Has school been all right?
That's the dining
Walking the length of the school is still a big ask. Miranda's always on the lookout for the next seat.
room. And there's Te Raroa, the hall.
I see a bench coming up. So how you been going on your studies?
All right. All right. And that's another English room.
And here's a leaning post for Mummy.
And there's the computer room there.
So where's your classroom?
Up there, up the stairs.
Oh my God! Oh, I think I've lost 10 kilos walking here.
Grace has her mum's old crutches on standby,
Dora's.
Well, thank you, Lord, for that.
but Miranda's determined to do without them.
Hey guys, this is my mum.
Kia ora. I made it.
This is my class where I am right now. The computer room.
Oh, lovely.
Miranda's especially close to Christine. The oldest daughter has put a lot of time into looking after mum.
I was so dependent on her. If I sent her to Girls High, which is just around the corner from me, she wouldn't get the academic. Why? Because she'd be up at 6 as usual, trying to help me bath, toilet, and then get up, have to do most of the work that the caregiver hasn't done, and then she's got to get the lunches ready. And by that time, it's time for her to go to school and she'll be tired. That's why I've sent her out of town. And she's come out of her shell, so she's flourished in that way too, where her self-esteem is really picked up.
I want to make
Don't pull my dress, Christine. Christine, look, Christine. Oh no, you made me a little bit big. Can you make me smaller?
My fat's burning in my body. My fat's burning to my delight. It's my choice to make a change.
Back in Gisborne, Sharon's on a new eating regime.
I've been trying a 14-day program of no carbohydrates, and I'm finding that really challenging and really good. I'm hopeful now, very hopeful. I don't want to go up and get weighed anymore. I prefer to just watch my clothing and that disappear that way, and so I'd rather stay away from there.
Sharon's latest project is a petition to get obesity legislated as a disability. Then there'd be more government support. Gisborne's Mayor Meng Foon is sympathetic and interested to hear of other big people in his city.
And there's a lady that's twice the size of me. She hadn't been out of her house since 1981. We were thinking of going into her home a couple of days a week and just do some sitting down exercises with her and just get her out of the house a little bit, get used to us first.
Sharon's support group Nibbles recently ran an obesity expo. Sharon stunned visitors by displaying naked photos of herself.
The response I wanted from it was not pity, but true realisation that there is a group of people like me that actually go through this. And I also wanted to project the deformity of the body through obesity. Men and women went in there. And when they come out, boy, they had a new attitude towards big people. And that's what I wanted to see.
Miranda's still in Auckland but has to get home again. So she's at the Otara markets to raise petrol money for the trip. Her busking also puts daughter Christine through boarding school, and she's not coy about asking for help.
Come on, don't be shy. Come on now. Give us your change. Never mind that donut. I need all of your change. Kia ora, brother. Help me get back to Gisborne. I got no petrol. Don't stand there smiling at me. Give me your change. Come on now, don't be shy. Stand up, roll up. Woo! Kia ora, honey. Look at that. Don't let that little boy beat you. Come on now, don't be shy. Just $1 will do. I've always thought that people looked at me as this big fat slob that was walking down the road and, you know, it's, oh, she eats too much. Oh, look at the fat pig walking, that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, my attitude has changed really fast because I've had to. I'm very confident getting out there as a big woman and promoting obesity is that one of educating others that, hey, it's okay to be out there in the public. And, you know, if someone calls you a name, they say, hey, kia ora, just go for it, you know. So, you know, all those that are out there that are obese, don't be hiding behind your doors anymore. Get out, enjoy life, because you only get one life to live it. Remember, you've only got one life, and that's the good life. Get out of your chair and get out of your damn blues. Woo.
Rocking Miranday FM.
Our lines are open if you'd like to have a kororo to Miranda and maybe give her some of your opinions, or if you are obese yourself, she's here to talk to you. Okay, we're going to take
Miranda's fame is spreading. She's now in demand for public speaking and talkbacks all over the country, and she's a regular on Gisborne radio.
Come down to the pools and it's easier and more body friendlier.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because that water
Yeah.
takes all our fat up and lets us be like 12 stone. Now that I'm out in the community, I see our young rangatahi and they're getting big. And so I'm hoping that some kind of plan will come up where we can go and talk at the primary schools about it. I'm still in that.
Miranda's still losing weight, and her fingers are crossed that she'll be fit for surgery.
And every time
But it's not all good news on the health front.
when I lost it too fast, I was sick a lot, which meant I had a lot of flus. I got pneumonia, ending up in hospital with cellulitis and things like that. So that one of taking your time and having that determination and drive to just take it off slowly.
If we never meet again this side of heaven.
Also taking off slowly is Miranda's singing career. She's even got a manager, DJ and friend Wiz Walsh.
When I first heard Miranda singing, her talent, amazing talent, not just as a singer, but as an entertainer.
Woo! This is where you exercise in this park, taking the time out just to relax and cool down.
Now back the other way.
Oops, back we go. Just throw your waka.
If we never meet again this side of heaven.
I would like to see her on stage with a huge orchestra and singing one of her original songs and just getting recording contracts and just bringing out CDs every so often. That's her dream.
loving you. Loving you. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, darling.
And thank you to all our listeners out there. Hei konei, hei kona, ciao for now.
Part of Miranda's dream's about to come true. Her busking has also helped with the cost of making her first CD.
On the wings of an eagle.
There was a bit in there. I don't know how you felt about it, but the wings of an eagle.
Yes, they fell over.
Yeah. There's a slight bit of a crack in there.
Well, it is hotter in here than it usually is.
I know.
Guess what? I'm losing about 6 kilos in here. Under
Oh, that's good.
$5 from each CD sold will go into a fund encouraging other big people to swim at the local pools.
I'll fly with you.
This colour.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's beautiful.
These are really what we call low impact.
To perform her songs, Miranda needs to stand for longer and maybe even dance while she sings. So Wiz ups her exercise program to increase stamina and strength.
This is all we're going to do for the meantime. Nothing heavy, nice and easy. Because what happens is you'll feel your whole body getting hot.
Feel my stomach moving.
Oh, well, that's all right. As long as it's not feeling hungry just yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I said to Miranda, I said, look, I'm an aerobics instructor. I don't teach anymore, but I can help you as we go along. So she was happy with that. So I come over here and just do a few nice light exercises. And we do a walk outside, what we call the pole-to-pole walk.
Yep.
So we walk to a pole, have a rest. Walk to another pole, have another rest.
Oh my God, the lamppost is gone.
Right. There we go. All right, have a bit of a breather.
Miranda's goal is to power walk 3 lampposts and then go back again.
When you're ready.
Yep, when you're ready. Don't forget breathing in through the nose.
Yep.
Is this you here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, look
It's
at that.
close enough to 3.
Yeah, well, look, you're only about a couple of feet away. You could have made it.
It's a small journey, but a remarkable one for a woman who 18 months ago could barely make it to her own front door.
I mean, I've come from sitting 24/7 to mobility. That's a hang of a lot of way for someone like me anyway. And I'm lucky too, I've got a good manager. And he doesn't only look after the musical side, but he looks at the well-being. You sure they didn't take their pole out?
Yeah. You want to try a little bit of a spurt?
A little bit of
A
spurt.
little bit of a spurt, that's it.
Despite her increased mobility, Miranda still has 40 kilos of excess fat on her tummy. She's desperate to have surgery on it so she can exercise even more.
Well done, well done.
Whew. Too much, my manager.
No sweat,
You're the
darling.
man.
Every kilo lost brings that operation closer, and along the way there are other new freedoms to celebrate.
I never was able to bend and do that without having to fall. So those are the milestones that I look at as well, you know. So, and if I see a pen down there, instead of calling out my daughter, which I usually used to do, is go Grace or things like that, I just go over now and do it myself, bend down, pick it up. You know, those are the milestones that I've come through. Partly dressing myself. It's all the little things that people wouldn't even think about that I'm able to do now.
Then there's another magic moment, bending down to do up her shoelaces for the first time in 10 years.
I did. Oh my God, that's a buzz. Because usually I have to sit on my bed and put my leg up on the bed and sort of bend over on the bed, but that's the first time I've actually put that on and I've got like a head rush. Yeah, but that felt good, yeah.
A moment of truth. Miranda and Wiz are about to see if walking between all those poles has paid off.
Come on. Ow! What was it? 220, 220, what was it? What do you make? 220, it keeps changing.
It's the wind. Someone's on there. Get off.
That's not me.
Get off.
Keep still.
220.6.
220.6.
In 18 months, Miranda's lost more than 44 kilos. or nearly 7 stone. And she's about to find out if that's enough to earn her the operation that may well save her life.
Yes. Okay. Definitely going home.
Winter's here, and with a fall in temperature comes an unwelcome rise in weight. Plagued with flu, chest infections and asthma, Miranda's been unable to get to the pools as much. From a low of 210 kilos over summer, she's now put on 17 more. Miranda's worried the extra weight will jeopardise the chances of her operation.
It was like a bomb being dropped on me. I actually come off the scales and just thought, what the hell am I going to do? I said, I've got people there that look at me and think we're going to follow that woman. You know, and I said, I'm going to go out and get me a feed. But then one of my cousins said, then why worrying about going to get a feed of fish and chips? That'll just make your problem worse. Just start from here and get back in the pools and start again.
Sharon also succumbs to a lot of winter illness like bronchitis and flu. But it's arthritis that gives her the most grief.
You know, I'd rather have a baby than have all this pain I'm having. The pain I go through is daily. It's in my shoulders, it's in my back, it's in my legs, it's in my knee, it's in my ankles, it's in my breathing. Like sometimes the pain's that bad, you know, I get suicidal thoughts. I don't know why it just plays up. I'm always suffering with it. When I go to see my doctor, he says, well, you know, there's not much he can do. He says if I lose the weight, then the health problems will come down. And I know that too. I mean, I've been trying and I think I've been doing all right too. But that's not enough. I need to lose a drastic lot. I mean, I'd love to do a lot of things. But, you know, I just can't. So I've gotten used to, I can't. There's no way. I'm unable. So stay home.
Yeah, that's right, Gil. No pain, no gain. Right, squeeze that chest, Xena Warrior. Breathe out, squeeze it up there. Awesome stuff, Gil.
After 4 weeks of inactivity, Miranda's now back into exercise big time. She wants to sweat more, and fitness consultant Carol Clendon is keen to oblige.
Awesome stuff. Oh, look at that sweat.
Oh, yes, I see it.
We're in the zone, Gil.
You know I don't want big arms, eh?
You won't get big arms when you do lots of repetitions and light weights.
I want to lose the weight because I have to be under a certain weight before I can have an operation. And I want a job that will motivate obese people out there, and there's a hell of a lot.
I'm actually really encouraged by what she can do on the ball, and that comes down to her own inner strength and determination to do it. One more.
There's 13.
Beautiful. Well done.
God.
Squeeze it back.
And there's determination never to slip back into old eating habits.
I still eat the boil-ups and everything, but overall I eat more of the greens, more brown bread. I look back to when I was gaining the weight and really piling it on. I could eat something like 20 pies.
Those hips forward.
Now, I doubted if I could do 1.5 to 2.
You right there?
Yep.
Anything that wobbles is potential muscle.
Meanwhile, Miranda's attracting a growing muster for early morning workouts at the local pools.
Out of the 58 that are swimming now, there has been a weight loss of 380 kilos. Yeah, so I'm over the moon about it. And with the power of each and every one of you in there, it is an awesome thing. Everybody is loving what they're doing. Everybody is feeling better about themselves because you're not the only one in the world that's big, and they're getting out and having a better life.
And there's a late arrival. It's Sharon. Getting into the water's not the drama it was, thanks to a new purpose-built staircase for large people. But this is Sharon's first swim in many months, and she's very nervous.
Because I haven't been to the pools for a while, I actually was surprised that I was afraid to go back again. I had a relapse of fear, shame, and I was afraid of people looking at me again. felt really great to be back in the water. I just connect to the water just like that. I just loved it. And I'm hopeful to be able to get back up there again more regularly. If I lose my sense of hope, I might as well just lay down and die. So I'm hopeful. I've got a lot to live for. So my fight against my obesity is with me for life.
Miranda's finally got the job she wants. It's voluntary work for the iwi-based Turanga Health. She's about to talk on obesity with her first classroom of kids. And there's a bigger reason to celebrate. Surgeons have given her the green light for the operation.
The specialist that I saw, he actually said that there's a positivity that I can have the operation as is.
Morning.
He said it can happen for me like this weight here, but it's better if I lose a bit more.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Miranda.
How are you this morning?
So while Miranda's name is finally on the surgical waiting list, she must continue to do battle with her own flesh.
I may be fat, but I can do something about it, and I'm doing that. Yes, love?
Do you like exercise?
I have to like it now, because without exercise, you won't lose the weight. If you sit down and play that PlayStation, if you sit down and just eat your candy bars and don't work it off with exercise, you're going to get as big as me and you come into medical problems. I do it because 10 years I was behind doors and 10 years I never got a social life and neither did my children. And what I really want the young children today to know is that there is no living when you're big.
You wouldn't even get to...
I just hope that none of them would ever get to the size I am. So it's all about living a well life. You only get one life to live, so you live it as much as you can.
Hey. Okay, ready? Get together and hug. Ready? Hop! Pull! Pull!